Well, it's been a bit, folks.
Oh, he didn't even warn us that he started. He just went into it.
I sure did. Now, folks, it's Mulligan Opinions yet again for the 16th time. Would have been the 18th time? 19th time? Had certain individuals not canceled 3 times in a row.
Wow.
And those 2 certain individuals are the following.
We alternated
And...
on the cancellation.
It is
I'm just
Gazorp
saying.
and Xander. As
I'm
Oh,
just
you were, that was the introduction, God. Then that's what you're aiming for.
Introduction. Yeah, sure was. Sure.
I thought you were just aiming to make fun of us.
All right, well, as weird as
Sure
our
was.
introduction is, let's start off with the things that are weird that you guys know about very well. At the top of the television list for this week is a little thing called Black Clover, Sword of the Wizard King.
It was mad.
What the fuck is this, and why is it the #1 on the TV charts right now?
It was, to be honest with you, it's a movie, a Netflix movie of the hit show Black Clover, based on the hit anime, or by anime I mean manga, Black Clover.
Have we seen this this movie? And is
I
it
did
good?
this morning.
Is
It
it
was.
Would you recommend to a local Black Clover fan?
If you liked Black Clover, you will like this because it is full of friendship, the anime. You know.
It is definitely one of the movies of all time.
Yeah, it's a solid. I wonder what Mal's given it. You know, let's look it up on Mal because I'm on Mal already. It's got an 8. It's got an 8.21. I would not rate it an 8.21.
I don't. Okay, in Mal anime terms, is it 8.21 like high? Is that crazy?
That's pretty high. It's ranked 266.
Clone wouldn't go higher than an 8.19. Come on.
I probably wouldn't go higher than a 7. It was good. Like, the beginning was, it was like, oh, it's Black Clover, lots of fighting, right? Then it went downtime, like, okay. And then it went Black Clovery, so it stays Black Clover the entire time, and then it gets to the power of friendship bullcrap, which is fine, but...
Then it turns fairy tale.
Is this like a side adventure that lines up with Black Clover?
I'm not sure
or
if
is
it's
this
canon
like,
or not. I'd have to look up the manga.
Is
It's
this like
not.
okay, so this
Okay.
isn't like a... This isn't
No,
like
it
a
is.
rehashing
It's-
where they do in One Piece, where they like, or a lot of animes where they rehash like the first season, like they did with the Death Note movie.
I'm remembering Anime was talking about it. It was the author said that it happens between the time skip.
Yeah, that would make sense, because it does. It's literally in the middle of that, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. It's right
What a
after his
rare
demon
thing.
trial.
Yeah, what a rare thing for the fucking anime to be the movie to be canon for the anime. You know what I'm saying?
No, it happens a lot, unless it's One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece just kind of throws shit in the wind and goes, "Yeah, everyone died in this one."
Mm-hmm. It sure does. It's a weird one.
Do you know about that movie?
I would have to look it up again, but probably not.
It's like one of like the earliest One Piece movies. Everyone dies.
Interesting.
Yeah. That was top of the list, Anna. What's next on the list?
Well, next on the list, let's take it on down to Gazorp. Our good buddy old man has given us the menagerie in the beginning of our podcast.
hate
He
you.
ran that shit down hard as fuck without mess ups for a while, and then around episode 5 or 6, we started having some falsifications. Now we're rolling out with some new tongue twister that I have found. I have already sent it to Gazorp in the DMs. Please, Mr. Sweaty, who says this is an easy one,
And Chris,
run it
this
down,
music is
mid. Give us
probably way
this
too
tongue
loud.
twister.
First off, I can't believe you just would go #1 on the charts for TV this week and then not do a number 2 and 3. That's what I thought I was aiming for here, but I guess.
Well, number 2 and 3 don't interest you guys. I'll give it to you, though. Number 2 this week is Extraction 2, the new movie with Chris.
Rainbow Six Siege Extraction?
Yes. And then the third movie of the week is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which is the sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. So those are 3 movies. I know that you guys don't care about the last 2, but the Black Clover one being #1 above both of those was rather surprising to me. Figured
That's
I'd ask
also
about
rather surprising, because it kind of came out of nowhere.
it. If you would have asked me of those 3 movies, which one would have been #1, I would have told you Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, because I already know like 7 parents that have gone to see it with their kids. Like everyone wants to see this movie. I'm gonna watch it.
I mean, the
do
first one was supposed to be amazing, so.
Right. The first one was good. It was good. The second one, this one's gonna be a lot better for me. I'm a huge Gwen Stacy fan, so that'll be awesome for me. Anyway, as you could put me on the sideline, let's run this back 30 seconds. Hit me with the biscuit.
A biscuit baker mixed a box of biscuits in his mixer. Mixed biscuits, cried the baker. The mix betwixt the mixer. So the biscuit baker mixed the mixes in his biscuit mixer, as Sea Biscuit sold his semen by the seashore by the liter, lighted by the light on the ledger by the lighter. The letter read more lightly than a lady lightly looming lollies littered on a sweater. Better wetter, said the swimmer, who was drier but not slimmer, and as limber as the timber of a soggy finger splinter. Time for dinner, David Schwimmer, said the weary biscuit mixer, whose elixir was a fixture and a fixture in the picture of the scripture of the richer, not the poorer. Pour the mixture with the soggy swimmer's sweater texture sprinkled by a sprinkler.
God damn, I can't believe you didn't mess that up. I said that in my head.
Didn't mess that up? He messed up a mixer and a biscuit.
No, that is exactly how it is written.
No. You mispronounced biscuit and mixer there once.
Where?
The second or third biscuit, right before it starts talking about a mixer.
Oh, God, there's too many words here for me to say. The third biscuit from the right. I don't know exactly which one you're talking about.
It's almost like you pronounce biscuit, but with an X, is how it sounded. So it's close enough. It's not messed up.
Yeah, there is an X in one of them, but that's exactly how it's
wrote. No shot.
I had to copy this down from the subtitles.
Are you talking about betwixt the mixer? Because there's an X there.
It might have been there, but I don't know. There was an X in one of the biscuits, it sounded like, but...
Oh, well, Betwixt and Mixer both have X's.
No, it wasn't Betwixt, but... I have no clue.
I read this to the best of my ability.
That was good. No, you didn't mess it up. Literally, he said it was easy, and I'm like sitting here, I'm like, nah, I would have messed it up 6 times by now.
Yeah, I messed it up in my head.
I find like Irish wristwatch a lot more difficult than
No, Irish wristwatch is easy. I can do that one.
Irish wristwatch?
Yeah, that one was a pain in my ass. That was
It took me a long time. Yeah, it took me like 2 months.
I still find Menagerie Manager managing an imaginary menagerie harder than Irish wristwatch.
You messed up Irish wristwatch.
As I go into it, fuck it up.
There we go. I'll time to clip that at some point.
Yeah, you can definitely clip that. All right, let's get this one out of the way because I don't give a shit about it. This one's a terrible news piece, but it needs to be said. So if you're going to make technology for monitors, let's just waste our fucking time. So they have just created ultra-low motion blur ULMB2. ULMB2 can only be utilized on monitors that are 360 hertz and higher. I don't know if anybody here, other than, and I know that you guys haven't, but if anybody listening has used a 240 hertz monitor or a 360 hertz or any finagled in between, they have a massive dramatic detriment on making motion blur go down. They basically automatically fix the motion blur by the refresh rates update time. So this new technology of ULMB2 for 360 hertz or higher monitors seems ridiculous, but whatever. Anyway, that's a new piece of technology. Let's get on to the good stuff. So we got all kinds of trailers since we at the Mulligan Podcast have been gone and away and dead and sleeping. Let's run it down from the start. Star Wars Outlaws. How do you feel about this one, Clone? You're a huge Star Wars fan.
Next.
Next. Star Wars Outlaws, really not that hyped?
It's hard to be hyped for any game made by Ubisoft or EA, which is what all Star Wars games are nowadays. And by that I mean it's mostly been by EA. So it's a nice breath of fresh air that it's Ubisoft, another shitty game company. So the big difference here, though, is it's open world, which I like. I think it states in its little thing stating it is the first open world Star Wars RPG. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, y'all motherfuckers never heard of KOTOR? There's something called KOTOR. Have you heard of KOTOR?
Yeah, it's.
Have you heard of Jedi?
Though, right?
It's not really Jedi Fallen Order, like Jedi. Exactly. Yeah. No, I mean, those ones aren't exactly open world,
right?
But I would say they're open world enough where I would call them open world.
Right. What people want is that Mass Effect open world.
What they want
Skyrim,
is a Skyrim,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, where there's minimal loads and blah 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 blah. I get it. It's whatever. So
right.
I'm excited for it. My only issue is it's gonna be appealing, which is fine, to the younger audiences of the, I don't know, Gen X, millennials. I don't know which one's younger. I really just don't care. The younger audiences is with the main protagonist. That's the only issue I have is the main protagonist and me. I will have to see more about them to see if they click, because that's the biggest thing like I liked about Fallen Jedi Order or Jedi Survivors is the main character was actually, I wouldn't say relatable, but it was something that I could feel with. It was goodly. Yeah, it was well written. The character was well written. Right. So I haven't seen enough about this main character, or to be honest, any of the characters to say if it's well written, which is fine. The gameplay seems fine. obviously, if you're
one of
holding
the-
one blaster, you're doing a Han Solo where your hand's out there doing nothing. I don't know why it's not on the other fucking side of the gun. And that's the only thing we've seen so far, really, is that. You have a little monkey thing that can press buttons.
Yeah.
So, but the fact that there's pikes, it seems like it's focusing, of course, on the outlaw side of things. So that will be nice. It's a nice, refreshing breath of fresh air. Ever since Bounty Hunter got canceled.
But I mean,
this is what people want, right? We want an open world Star Wars game. You give us a female protagonist or something that's even better. People love their female protagonist. But the one thing that people want out of a Jedi game a lot of the time is to be a Jedi or to be a Sith, to wield the lightsaber.
Actually, that's changing, in my opinion.
which is weird for me because like that's my biggest problem with Outlaws is I won't be able to wield a lightsaber. That's the one deterrent for me. Is like if I'm gonna play a Star Wars game, I want to be a Sith. I want to be a Jedi, like Coder. Meanwhile, this is going to be exploring more of the outlaw, the mercenary, smuggler side of things.
Yeah, I mean that's the more popular one because a lot of like most Star Wars fans, I want to say everyone because that's the way to lose an argument. A lot of Star Wars fans lately have been bored of that Jedi thing because Jedi Fallen Order does the Jedi like wanting to wield a lightsaber so well, right? It's not like on the same page as what's the other really fun one that was back in the day, like old as shit. I'd have to look at my Steam library.
Wii?
What? No, not
Okay.
not Unleashed, not Unleashed. I'm talking way back when. Was it Outcast or was it Academy? It might have
Are you
been.
talking about Jedi Knight 2 Outcast?
It might have been Jedi Knight 2 Outcast. Yeah, the saber play of Fallen Order scratches the itch that a lot of people want nowadays. If that makes sense.
Right.
So
No,
there's that. So what people have been lacking because we haven't ever gotten one where you just play. And by I say haven't ever gotten one, I mean people forget about KOTOR, which is getting a remaster and or a remake at some point here in this year or next year.
which we pray it's like a Resident Evil remake.
Oh, I fucking hope. If it's just
Right?
updated graphics, I'm gonna fucking punch my monitor.
Yeah, it'd be pretty upsetting.
I don't know who's making it though,
So
because
what
if
are you
EA's
more-
making it, then it will be more like Fallen Order in terms of the way that the UI
what are you
looks.
more
and the
excited
graphics.
for then, Jedi Survivor or or Star Wars Outlaws?
I'm excited for both. I want to play Jedi Survivor, except for it's expensive as shit right now. I don't have a job. And I want to play Jedi Outlaw because, I mean, it looks good. But I'm not going to be hyped for it. See, I don't hype myself up for Star Wars games. And by that, I mean, I'm going to play every single one of them anyways. So I don't need to hype myself up. Like, Fallen Order to me was I was shocked at how good it was. I mean, you heard me. I was like, I can't believe this is good. I went and 100%ed it. It was I don't think it's the last game I 100%ed, but it was one of the few before that I 100%ed. So it's one of those things where Star Wars games and me just click, obviously, because my fucking name. I'm a Star Wars nerd.
Legal name.
Oh, yeah. Clone, space, 5, space, 95. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Get it right, please. But it's one of those things where it'll be interesting to see how Ubisoft does it. That's my biggest issue is I like the gameplay stuff of the newest Assassin's Creed because that's what it's going to be based on. It's if whatever newest Assassin's Creed came out, it's going to be probably on the same engine. It's going to be the same ish mechanics, right? It's going to be the same ish graphics. This is just speculation, by the way, because I haven't seen the newest Assassin's Creed. But the gameplay is going to be significantly different because it's obviously using blasters and guns and shit like that instead of sneaking up and parrying everything. But I know that they switched more to the RPG side of things with Assassin's Creed. So it's probably going to use something similar to that. So they've been building up towards expanding it. I'm going to guess it's in the same engine, but the gameplay and all this other stuff is going to be different.
It is not using the engine of the game. I don't remember what you mentioned, but
Assassin's Creed.
yeah, it's not using the Assassin's Creed engine. It's using the Division engine. The same engine that was used in the Division. What?
Why?
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 It's the same engine that was used in the Division. The Division 2, South Park, Fractured But Whole, Splinter Cell, and X Defiant.
Okay, I guess that makes sense because I guess in Assassin's
Like a
Creed,
true Star Wars fan, he already has problems with it. Nice.
obviously. I guess
The
it makes
newest
sense.
game
It
on
makes
this
sense.
engine
It
is
makes
Avatar:
sense.
Frontiers of Pandora.
I forgot that was a game.
Yeah. Not even out yet, I don't think.
No, it's not. I think that also got announced this
Yeah. It's on
go
the list,
around
though.
in the Game Summerfest, whatever. But that kind of makes sense because I guess in that case, their AI would be similar to how it works in the Division, which is fine. That concerns me, though, with the possibility of gear score. That would be bad in a Star Wars game.
Yeah, but I don't think it's...
Because the Star Wars is like Lord of the Rings, right? Lord of the Rings, you use the weapons you want because your favorite character uses them. Star Wars, it's the weapon of cool. It's like D&D, right? Everyone wants to be cool and actiony. You don't want to just be stuck using Hands Blaster if you want to be someone with a fucking
yeah, it'll be
Boba Fett
to see what
gun.
they do there.
So it's interesting there. I'm also concerned with if there's going to be classes, if you're going to be stuck into certain things, blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm wondering if it's going to be more
Well, it's going to be a
linear.
single-player game, right?
No,
Yeah,
I get it. But with, like, for example, Jedi Fallen Order, like I said, they do really well with saying, oh, if you want to use dual lightsabers, you want to do this and that. But regretfully, you don't get to do that off the bat like you can in KOTOR and things like that.
Yeah,
I'm hoping it's more RPG-ish rather than Dark Souls-y.
right.
Which, obviously, it's not going to be Dark Souls at all, but I'm just hoping there's more RPG mechanics where you can go down the route you want rather than being forced down a path and then having branches later.
Right.
But the space combat looks promising.
Remains to be seen. Does look interesting. Hopeful, but not
Hopeful,
expecting
but not
much.
expecting much. Yeah, I think it will be at least allow potential improvements in the future, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like
All right,
we'll see some good stuff
Let's
from it.
let's
maybe.
move on to something more both of your styles, more Gazorp style in particular. Since we got a trailer of this, let's talk about it.
Final
Gazorp.
Fantasy 16. No.
How you feel about this upcoming game called Pow World?
Oh,
Owl World,
God.
I'm so ready for how trash it's gonna be. You have no idea.
I'm
It's gonna
checking
be
out
so
now.
bad, but it's gonna be so good. Speaking of Power World, the Seamless World update for Craftopia should be out in the next month.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Should it be?
Should be.
Should.
Yeah, unless they delay it like they always do.
Nothing more to say on Pow World?
I mean, it's going to be a dumpster fire. How could it not be a dumpster fire? You literally give Pokemon guns and then put them in wave-based combat.
Well, what about that that one game that you played that was Pokemon? I can't remember the name of.
Temtem?
Temtem, yeah.
Yeah, not as good.
But that was a
Power
pretty
World
decent
will be
game.
better.
Will it?
Yeah, 100%.
100%. All right.
No battle pass.
No battle pass. All
Are you
right.
sure there's not going to be a battle pass?
I highly doubt it.
Mm.
Because Craftopia doesn't have a battle pass. If Craftopia had a battle pass, I would probably be like, no, Power World will have one, but it doesn't. So
Right.
I'm not inclined to believe that those developers would do that. They're bad developers, but they're not.
How many
know.
Pokemon do you think we're gonna see on start? How many pals are we gonna have?
Well, I've seen 6, so I'm gonna say 6.
Okay. All right. Well, Power World is something we're looking forward to. Remains to be seen. You hear it here, folks, from a number 1 fan. Dumpster fire at best.
Yep.
So another game that's along your guys' style. This game is a AAA company, behind it. They were in early access for a long time, which is abnormal. Baldur's Gate 3. What are your guys' opinions on this?
It's going to be. It's
to
going to be fan-fucking-tastic. Okay. I'm not going to say it's not going to be buggy, despite it being in fucking early access for 3 years. It's going to be fucking fantastic. The people who made Divinity made it. I don't care if it's some weird-ass setting. It's Baldur's Gate. I never played 1 and 2. Don't even know what they're about. No clue what Baldur's Gate is. Don't even care.
Baldur's Gate 2 was probably the first single-player game ever that I repeatedly beat.
Even care. All I know is it's going to be multiplayer. It's going to be Divinity, so it's going to be hip. It's going to be with the kids. It's going to be fantastic. So it's going to be great. That's my take on it. I don't know about Alex's or yours, but
I just hope it's more Divinity than Baldur's Gate. I really do. No offense to Baldur's Gate. They're great games, but they are linear, hard segmented, fucking run in a straight line. From south, you start at the south end of the map, you run north, and that is Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. And I want them to step away from that. Become more Divinity.
Is it the same
Divinity
company who made Baldur's Gates 2 and 1?
Yep.
Yeah.
They made the original Baldur's Gates?
Yeah.
Larry?
Yeah.
Pretty fair. Yeah.
have to
So
look it up
I hope
now,
it's more
but-
like Divinity. In Divinity, you spend a lot of time in that initial town, and there's a lot of open wilderness to feel about, and that whole like environmental destruction system. And like when you go back to a fight that you already had an environmental fight, that place is still fucked up. I hope it's like that rather than Baldur's Gate, where I can fuck up a puzzle and be like, oh, I have to exit, go to load screen, and then come back, go to load screen, then I'm back.
It was
in, and I have to
BioWare who
redo
did
It
Baldur's
was
Gate 2.
BioWare.
So it's
It
gonna be a
was?
different. It's a. I thought it was a different company. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Well,
it is BioWare.
Yeah, I hope it's more open. That's what I definitely hope.
Yeah,
it's
it's
more open,
Larian
less
Studios who's
segmented.
doing Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, we
because
could look it
Baldur's
up right
Gate-
now. There's plenty of fucking gameplay for it.
Yeah, I haven't seen any.
I haven't seen any.
Bal-
I'm keeping myself in the dark.
Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, they had good storylines. They were cool games, cool characters. The equipment was fun. They were good games. It's just, it's also hard to imagine a Baldur's Gate in today's reality. Last time we had a Baldur's Gate was with the release of PlayStation 2. So, God, it's been a while.
And that's why people want the fuck out of it.
Yeah. So, you guys hyped for it? Are you
I am.
interested in playing?
I am interested in
I
playing
would
it.
have picked it up a long time ago if I knew it wouldn't have changed significantly. And it's one of those things where it's like I'll just wait for its full release, and or just wait for a sale after its full release.
Or wait for like a week before its full release because you get impatient, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There are several options here. It all depends on bank account, and we'll see.
That last one,
We'll see.
though, important.
Okay, then moving on, the big bad Bethesda is
Not
sparking
excited
the
for
world
it. I'm happy that Todd
with their
Howard
Starfield.
finally found something else to sell besides Skyrim.
Starfield
I'm glad he's
looks-
finally moved on from that pile of shit game to another pile of shit game, I'm sure.
Starfield looks good. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be exactly as good as Skyrim and Fallout were, exactly as good as Cyberpunk is. I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful, breathtaking open world. It's going to be addictive as fuck for the first time you play through it, and then, after you put 200 hours into it, you're like, moving on. Yeah, it looks good, but doesn't look like anything dramatic. Any thoughts, Kazor? Any opinions? Not
I
single
can't
player.
wait.
So
I
don't
can't
think
wait
so.
for Starfield, for that randomly generated planet to be Skyrim, and then he just duped you into fucking buying Skyrim again.
Oh my
you
god.
corporate
But
shills.
but Alex, does it run on my mini fridge?
no.
Damn. We have Remnant 2 coming up. If you guys remember,
That'll
a
be
long
fun.
while back, we
Yeah.
played Remnant 1 together.
Mhm.
Interested in playing Remnant 2? Did you guys like Remnant 1?
Hated
Remnant
it.
one was good.
It's terrible. It's trash.
It was just ye old dank souls with guns.
Oh, it's literally just Dark Souls with guns, so there's nothing wrong with that. I thought it was
Okay.
fun.
Yeah.
I liked it. The boss fights were boring, in my opinion, compared to
It's
some.
a wait
but-
for the sale kind of game.
Yeah. Yep.
So of all the trailers that we saw, I know everybody's got their personal opinions. I'm most excited for is Fable, the upcoming Fable game. My current questioning for myself that I'm asking is, when does this take place time wise? Are we talking like after Fable, the last Fable? Are we kind of like going in the center of that timeline, and we're just going to be in different areas? I'm excited for Fable. What about you guys? Did you guys play the previous ones?
I played all of them.
I've played
Sure.
1 and 3. I've not touched 2 yet.
So are you guys interested in the new one?
I am. I'll be very happy if it has co-op like 3 did.
Yeah. I hope so too.
It seems to keep the same humor, which is fantastic. That's what matters. Because without that humor, Fable isn't Fable, But we'll see, because the gameplay could be drastic. Because I don't think people liked 3 because of the change of gameplay, if I remember correctly.
I just looked it up.
But-
There has been nothing announced about multiplayer for the new Fable.
Yeah,
That remains to be seen.
Yeah. No, agreed. I'd be shocked if it does. They'll be shocked if it doesn't. So it's either way. It's a lose-lose.
It'll be interesting.
It will be.
So those are probably the biggest games. There's a lot of other little games that nobody's really talking about. So I don't really have any concern.
Well, you're completely skipped the game, Xander. There's a
Which one?
big game.
What big game did I skip?
One of the biggest next-generation title consoles came out with Xbox. I think it was Xbox One. Yeah, it would be next gen growing up.
Okay.
Payday motherfucking 3. Okay, now will the fish move? like Payday 2? We don't know. We haven't seen any gameplay. Will it be next gen like Payday 2 was because the fish moved? We don't know because we haven't seen any gameplay. Is it going to be Payday? I bet you it's going to be Payday.
I loved Payday 1. Payday 2 was the equivalency of Vermintide. It was a horrible experience, and I believe that experience was generated because of the people I played with. So Payday 2 was awful. Do I have any excitement for Payday 3? None. Do I plan to play Payday 3? No. It's like if they released a new Vermintide, I wouldn't want to play it. Keep me the fuck away. I've had bad times with those games.
Wow, it sounds like... Wait, do you own Payday 2?
I own
PC?
Payday 1 and... Yeah, 1 and 2.
Oh, it sounds like we might need to have the Payday 2 day one of these days.
I played the ever-living shit out of Payday 1. I loved it. It was one of the greatest experiences ever. It completely destroyed like Left 4 Dead. Like, why would I play Left 4 Dead? I could just go play Payday. Payday 2, I got on release,
played with my buddies, and fucking hated the game. Tried playing it by myself, hated the game. A year later, played with some buddies, hated the game. I've always hated Payday 2 from start to finish. Normally, because it always starts out with I'm level 3 and my teammates are level 9,000. And then as soon as the level starts, they all like run and do this like specific set of variables. And I walk forward one step and then I attract the whole map and then they yell at me. And so every match of Payday 2 is me getting yelled at. I can't say I've ever had fun playing Payday 2.
Yep.
So Payday 3, can't say I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to it being canceled. That would be exciting for me. Releasing it, I hope not.
Good that I don't have to change your opinion on Payday, because Payday, the reason why we hate it is microtransactions.
I never played a single one of them.
I didn't even know
I thought we
had
played
a single
Payday 2 together,
microtransaction.
Alex.
No, we haven't.
I'm almost positive we have. Don't fuck with me. I refuse to believe you have never played Payday. I refuse to believe you've
Payday 2, no hours in it. I have none.
Do you even own it?
I do on Steam, yeah.
What?
It was free at one point. Oh no, it's from the library of Xander here. I don't even own it. That's how much I've not played Payday.
Wow, I'm shocked. How many hours have you put into this game, Xander? You've only put 10 hours.
Yeah, 10 and 13.
Wow, 10 and 13. I have 30 and 244. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Maybe it's time to get some Payday action on with you folks.
So when you were saying I missed the biggest trailer, when Payday
no, I didn't say the biggest trailer. I just said you missed one of the biggest trailers because Payday.
One of the bigger trailers. Payday's below every other game I saw. I think. What else did I see? Clockwork Revolution above Payday for me. By the way, if you don't know Clockwork Revolution, listeners, Clockwork Revolution is a game that's basically a copy of BioShock Infinite with the new pre-rendered time mechanics that they had in Hogwarts, where you can make objects go back in time to what they were that's what Clockwork Revolution is. Looks really bad.
Wait, didn't they have that in BioShock Infinite? It just occurred to me what you just said. They did. You could like have a golem fight on your side because it was there in the past, and you could have ammo spawn there.
Right, but that wasn't the same thing.
Those were alternate timelines.
That was predefined and preset things. This is not So that bridge can explode 1,000 ways. In BioShock Infinite, the golem can only die 5 different times. Like, there's only 5 different ways that golem can fall apart. So, I don't know. I'm not excited for Payday because I've had bad experiences. It's the same thing as Vermintide. I have a lot of people who love Vermintide. I've only had bad experiences playing the game that have made me angry, so...
Sounds like we need to get you on the Vermintide angle and the Payday. Seems like I gotta teach you both Payday. Jesus Christ.
Vermintide 2 will go down in history as probably the worst gaming experience I've ever had, though.
Who'd you play with?
I don't think Voxus. And all those guys over there.
Can't believe you just out him like that.
I can't. Yeah, this is live, by the way. You could have just said Mr. V or something.
No, to Josh Wagner, you're a fuckboy. You can go ahead and put that in the podcast because you can't even find that fucker on the internet because he works at fucking bullshit.
Oh god.
But he just also doesn't listen to the podcast anyway. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to play with Voxus from my server, he's a awful person. Don't play with him. Don't do that.
I played with him before. I thought. I've at least chatted with him once, maybe.
Yeah, chatting with him generally on a like day to day, like here and there, it's fine. But like outside of playing an RTS with him, it's pretty hurtful. That's about it for games. Yeah, like I said, I don't have much more for the games. The only thing that really stuck out, I mean, if you're a listener, you can go check out the trailer. There's no gameplay. It's called South of Midnight. They're taking liberties creatively and stuff. I have hopes. I wish them the best of luck. All right. Well, we've covered that section. We're 35 minutes in. Let's get to the part that takes up an hour and a half. How's anime been?
I think he would do if we were just silent the whole
I know.
Alex, I thought we were on the same. I thought we were going to be on the same wavelength there. I thought you were going to.
Anime is dead. Next season's dead. Anime's dead. Here you have.
All
it.
right.
The
Well, I
anime
have
lovers,
the
no information for
current
us.
Mal open for the season of spring 2023. Okay, this season has been a pretty good season. You know, we got some hit things like Hell's Paradise. Has been a very popular one. Demon Slayer came out again. It was Demon Slayer. It's still not as good as the original season, but that's fine. Dr. Stone came out. Still good. Still going on. Heavenly Delusion. I have heard great things, and I have yet to watch it because it doesn't exist in America. And by that I mean nowhere fucking streams it but Hulu or Disney. And by Disney, I mean Disney Plus only exists in Japan for anime. Let's see. Konosuba, An Explosion on This Wonderful World came out. Over the Moon for You Season 2 came out, which that one's a pretty hyped one. I haven't watched it yet, though, because, you know, you gotta wait. We got like 16 typical, like, isekai trash. We've got some good, rom-coms, and by rom-coms, I mean, I guess mostly just romance and some rom-coms. Like, for me, I think, to be honest with you, my favorite anime of this season would be Dangers in My Heart. Went and read the manga. It's fantastic. Still coming out. I hate it. Ended on a cliffhanger so far. Want to die. I've heard great things about Insomniacs After School. I will wait until it's fully out to finish it, which it might be out this... I might finally be able to binge it this time around. Why are you showing me One Piece, Xander?
That's for later.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm glad I've killed him. Isekai trash. Ranking of Kings came out with little side stories. That's nice. More romance. A Galaxy Next Door. It's very, very romance heavy.
Yeah, I've heard it's been romance heavy. So what's going on next season? Why is next season so
this
big?
season?
I mean,
this season
if we've
was
got
good.
Demon Slayer and Hell's Paradise running right now, how can next season be that much better?
So next season, Alex. I'm guessing you don't have the Mal open, and you're fine with me continuing to rant on about this stuff.
That's perfectly fine.
Any comments about this season that you would like to make?
No, you're hitting all of them. Demon Slayer. Season 1 was the better one. One Piece is always the thing that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
No Black Clover because God hates us apparently.
We did get the movie, but
it doesn't exist. Next season's gonna be a banger. You know what I'm saying?
a ball. Next season's gonna be a ball.
A single ball.
A single ball, not even a square. Yeah, well, as Alex said, next season, or technically it's now this season, depending on where you're at, because technically in Japan it's already been airing for a couple of weeks, and, you know, we're Americans. So
Get everything fucking last.
we get things late, which is fine, because we deserve to be late, because we're a shitty country, but that's besides the point. But
No excuse. We should get
we
shit
got-
on time.
we got Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 coming out. Okay, that's pretty good. Already. Mwah, right? Mappa's really hitting it hard lately. I'll go into Mappa in a second because they produced shit I didn't know they produced. We got Jobless Reincarnation Season 2, despite us already having a Season 2. So it should be called Season 3, but I guess we're not going to call it Season 3, which is strange to me. Whatever. This is a weird one because I really like the first one. You got Masamune Kun of Revenge.
Masamune-kun's Revenge.
Yeah, whatever you want to pronounce it as. We're getting a second season of that. It's called R, so, you know, cool. We're getting Bleach again. I kind of like their original series, but didn't watch all of it. We're getting, this is a strange one, Horimiya again, a second season of that. That's fucking crazy. Cloverworks has just come out of the works with that one. We're getting Rent a Bullshit, which I know a lot of people like. I would rather shoot myself in the foot and amputate
Rent
it.
a bullshit?
Rent a girlfriend.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys were like into that season 1.
No, dude, that shows are horrible.
Oh wait, maybe I'm thinking of Bunny Girl Senpai.
That one's a good one. That one I was told there's going to be a new season. Either this season or next season. I thought it was going to be the summer. We're also going to, there's something called Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead. Don't know what that is. It's a new one, I'm guessing. It looks like it's an action, comedy, horror, supernatural, and suspense. So, interesting. We'll see how that is. We got Bungo Stray Dogs 5. No one else here knows what that is, but it's good. One that people are anticipating a lot, which is The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses. I've heard good things.
Oh, that one's gonna be good.
That one should be good.
Girl I like forgot her glasses. We're running down out of names here, folks.
No, that one's an old manga, and by old I mean popular manga. We're getting Devil's Part-Timer Season 2. But this time, it's not just Season 2, it's parentheses, sequel, parentheses. So they actually understand that there's already been a Season 2, and so therefore, you should really call it Season 3, but they decided not to call it Season 3, yet again.
Yet again? Question mark.
Well, every fucking anime under the sun is like, oh, this is Season 2, and this is also Season 2. Don't even get me started on fucking final Attack on Titan final season, series fucking 19.
How is Attack on Titan doing?
Oh, my mouse
Is it over?
died. No, not yet.
It's doing so great it killed his mouse.
It's doing so great.
No, it's on its final season, part 3, I think now.
Is there going to be a season 2 of Chainsaw Baka Baka?
We'll see. That's definitely not out this season. Has not been announced. I don't think it's been, what's the word I'm looking for? Confirmed. There has not been a confirmed season 2 on that yet. I would be shocked if there isn't. You got Watashi no Shiwa Sensna, I don't know, some Japanese
You're making
name.
that up.
You know, you can, Alex, Japanese man, please
What do you need?
pronounce that.
Watashi no shiawase na kikon.
Ah,
No,
close
that
enough.
sounded a little bit more realistic.
It was close. It's that, and that's a fantasy romance, so it's a romance, so it should be good. Typically they are. You got the 3D anime that was pretty okay. I haven't finished it. The Duke of Death. It's getting a season 2. You got Liar Liar, which this was a very popular, I think, manga. I'd have to ask some people. I have never read it myself. It's a very popular thingy, so this should be pretty good, and it's an etch, so, you know, it's pretty decent. You got Reign of the Seven Spellblade. No clue what that is. It's an action fantasy. Doesn't look like an isekai, so it might be okay. I'm going to start skipping ones that I don't recognize. This is a strange one, right? So we got what? Yu Yu Hakusho, right? The new
They're not dead.
Inuyasha. You know? That became a thing. We're getting a new Rurouni Kenshin, it looks like. 2023. Looks like we're getting, I think, either a reboot and or a continuation. I'm not sure. Another ecchi anime. You got something called My Tiny Senpai, which I've heard a little bit about. The Dreaming Boy is a Realist, is a Komance Ramedy. Both those are.
Komance Ramedy. I don't even know how you messed that up.
It's called dyslexia, which I'm pretty sure I have, but I don't. I've never been diagnosed with it.
Doubles down with dyslexia.
Yep. We got
It's like
the
a bad medicine.
highly anticipated anime. Alex should know this one. Reborn as a Vending Machine.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
This will be a glorious one, I tell you what.
I feel like the most interesting part of that phrase is I want to know how he died. That God was like,
We'll tell you.
Let's make him a vending machine.
Am I the world's strongest? I've heard something about that.
Compared to One Punch Man, probably not.
Sugar Apple, Fairy Tale. It's coming out again, so that's pretty good. There's another villainous anime, which should be okay. Then there's the Thai anime. We got Altair Ryza. That's getting an anime, and that will be some glorious fan service.
I feel
There's a
like
lot. There's a lot
the
that I'm
anime
skipping,
for
too.
that would be way better than the games.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, the game really should just be an anime if you cut it down to the cutscenes and the amount of looking at certain things. Spy Classroom Season 2 is getting a thing, so that's pretty cool. You got Monogatari Season 2, or second season, rather, which is... That's different than the other one, isn't it? This looks like a different one. Is this the same series as the other one? It doesn't look like the same series as the other one. I'm gonna guess it's the same. Who? Maybe it isn't, because I don't think Bandai made the... No, I mean, it's gotta be. It's the same fucking name, but it's not the same people. Weird, I have no clue. I don't know what that one is. I mean, I'm gonna guess it's the same. Level 1, Demon Lord and One Room Hero. I've heard something about that before. Essentially, that's essentially what it is. Yep, there's a couple other things, but yeah. There you go. There's your
So a massive.
There's your anime. There's a good amount.
Stuff.
There's an amount of good stuff mixed in with amount of could be good stuff mixed with a couple of never heard of it. I mean, just look at this. You got Sweet Reincarnation because that tells you so much about the anime. You got something called Tenpuro. No one can live on loneliness, which I was gonna read out as a comedy romance. Then I read Etch, so it should be meh. And of course, you're gonna love this one. You think we've ran out of? Let me open up the full title for you. I think we ran out of things to say.
Yeah.
The most satirical last boss queen who will become the source of the tragedy will devote himself for the sake of the people. Lamiste. Also known as the most hysterical last boss queen, from villainous to savior.
So we're just giving away the whole plot in the title now?
Oh yeah, of course. That's what we do. Always. Yeah.
That way you know what you're in for.
Yeah.
The rest
So-
is filler.
With those Comance remedies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna let me live that one down for a while, are you?
I literally swapped the first letter of each one on accident.
Oh,
I
man.
do that shit on purpose.
Romedies.
So that's the next season
Good.
of anime. It's looking like there'll be 6 or 7, and by 6 or 7 I mean like 5 or 6, and then depending on people's preference, if you're a shitter or not, also known as Rent a Girlfriend. A lot of people like that, so that will be up there. So it's going to be already carried by that, which I don't understand why the anime community likes that kind of shit, but whatever.
It's so fucking
Just go play video
ungodly
games.
cringy.
Find a fucking Discord and talk to people. It's not that hard to make friends on Discord, okay? Look what I found. I found 2 chuckle fucks. So yeah.
Must suck to be them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You come out in here and, you know, we're getting Comance remedies all over the place.
Always. How
I still
Comance-
cannot believe fucking Horima is getting a second season. I'm shocked.
I want
But
a third season of Yashahime.
you want a third season of a lot of things, okay?
Not really, just that. What else do I want a third season of?
I don't know. Fooly Cooly.
We're getting that.
You already have that.
Yeah, I guess we do have that. The third, yeah, season 3 was good. Or was it season... One of the season 2 or season 3, one of those was not my tea. The other one was good. Season 1 was great.
Side note, Alex, did you know Mappa made Yuri on Ice?
I've not watched Yuri on Ice.
Yeah, neither have I, but I didn't know fucking Mappa made it. I'll be real with you. I also didn't know they did Zombieland Saga.
I've seen that.
Yeah, they've
All right.
done some interesting things. I also had no clue they worked on... I didn't know they... Oh, it's straight up made by Mappa. I didn't know they did Attack on Titan.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Mappa, the unheard of studio coming out of the woodwork with all these
I
bangers.
also forgot they did the cooking anime from last season.
Food Wars?
No,
No.
Fuck.
last season. I knew they did that one, the one with Fenrir.
I did not know they did Talked OP Destiny either. What the fuck? No, okay, Studio Madhouse and Mappa. I remember Madhouse
Is
being on
Food
it.
Wars over?
It's not getting another season. I think it finished with the train arc, didn't it?
Ooh. I might have to go watch that trainer.
Finished.
Yeah, I know the manga's finished, and I think the anime finished on about as good as the manga did, also known as shit. It became shit. Let me just emphasize that one more time. It's shit, Xander, okay? At the same time, though, it was good. Good first season. It's like Demon Slayer. You know, it's becoming shit, but the first season was still pretty good.
There's nothing in anime that really interests me these days. I still gotta watch.
You would
Maiden
probably like
still.
Yuri on Ice.
I don't think I would like Yuri on Ice. Remember this discussion with Solaris I had? He asked me, "What do I think Yuri on Ice is?" And I said, 2 gay guys on ice." And he's like, "You're not that far off."
I didn't know you had that conversation. No, I'll be honest with you. I had no clue you had. I was hoping to get you with that one.
It's about 2 gay guys on ice, is what I thought. But no, it's about dancing on ice with ice skates, right?
And 2 gay guys on ice, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There's yaoi in it. Yeah, big time.
I didn't.
Yeah, no, you really hit the nail on the head with that one. Oh, that's right. Jujutsu Kaisen had a movie I hadn't watched. Oh yeah, I need to watch that. Yeah, so next season of anime looking pretty tasty. You know, we're not getting Bocchi the Rock season 2 though. So that's kind of disappointing. But, you're still getting up there.
All right, well, while we're on the topic of anime, my notepad's clear. I'm ready. Hit me with the spoiler notice and the spoilers of what's going on in the One Piece universe.
All right, folks,
Oda's
you got
been on break for a month.
you got 5 seconds from I don't know what timestamp we're at till
There's no
timestamp
spoilers.
later.
Oda's been on break for the last
None.
month.
Oh,
No, Oda had eye surgery. We've had no new chapters, which means no new leaks.
eye surgery.
Well, to be fair, it hasn't been a
Use
month
the other
yet.
eye.
I think it's on both of them.
Oh, rip.
The anime is just doing this is what the fight recaps.
Yeah, I cannot believe the next fucking episode's another fight recap.
So the picture I showed you is from the latest episode of
Yes,
One
sir.
Piece. What is that picture?
It's a steel
that's
beam.
Yeah, that's a steel beam.
And why is it alive?
Yep.
A big mom.
Oh, okay.
Need I say more?
When you pull up the newest episode of One Piece and you scroll through it, so you just get, all the picture thumbnails. And I was scrolling through it and I saw that and I was like, that'll be the screenshot we'll use to ask Azorb what's going on in One Piece.
Yeah. Once Oda's back, so not this week for the anime, but
Ina's back.
After, we probably have about 3 episodes before the internet breaks for a second.
Oh. Okay, well, standing currently, what animes are you guys invested in at this exact moment? Like your top anime right now that's ongoing.
Mine just
That's
finished.
ongoing.
Yours just finished? What was it?
The Dangers of My Heart, like I said, that was the most wholesome fucking shit I've seen and then proceeded to read in a long time.
What about you, Gazorb? This season, what was your banger?
It's still ongoing. It's Hell's Paradise.
Oh, good point. I wonder how many...
It's just too fucking weird.
It is going to have
I
13
to
episodes.
know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just too weird of an anime. It's such an original concept. I want to know how it ends.
I don't think we're going to know how it ends, Alex. I think it's
I
going
will
to...
fucking read the light novels / manga to know.
The source is a
ends.
manga.
Is it really nice? I'll buy it or pirate it.
There's
Well,
no
that's
pirating it.
whichever
Just
one.
go to manga decks. That's not pirating.
It might be on Crunchyroll's manga.
I would be shocked because they have nothing. They have
Really?
fuck all. They have
I'd
shit.
imagine they'd have the stuff they're airing, right?
No. They have shit from like 30 years ago.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They don't update that. I can't remember the last time I've seen a new manga on there. Plus, then you have to wait for the official releases, which is like 3 years behind things typically. And I'm not joking on that. How? Well, Xander, it's you and me now.
What
It's the
happened?
Clone and Xander podcast.
Oh, he's getting a crawl? Okay.
Mhm.
Isn't that what you just typed? No, you typed something different.
No, C ... Type something different. Why is
You
my
type-
name C ... now?
I don't know. It says clone 595 on my screen.
Fucking Discord.
Fucking Discord. You typed Watashi no Shawasi,
Mhm.
and this is Watashi no Yuri. Is recruiting new typesetters and willing to provide training. I went to Naya and I was scrolling through seeing what was on here.
Let's see. Things that we could talk about. Man, we don't got anything to talk about.
Isekai wa smartphone to Tomina?
We don't talk about fucking... in another world with my smartphone season 2. I cannot believe I got a season 2. I'll give you a hint, Xander.
That sounds like cheating. I'm in another world. Let me just use my smartphone.
Where is... Oh, man. These guys... The studio who made it makes them... Oh, it is JC Staff. Wait. It would be easier just to look up in another world.
What would you rather talk about? I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world too?
Listen here. That one's actually okay. That one's
Is
not
it?
bad. Yeah, it's not terrible. It's an interesting concept. Compared to the fucking In Another World. I'll give you a hint. The original season of Smartphone got a 6.15 on Mal. It is ranked 8,000. This current one is 6.45. It is shit. It's goddamn trash. I don't watch it. We never watch it. We don't look at it. We don't talk about it. We ignore it.
How is New Konosuba?
Not as good as old Konosuba, which is kind of... I've read one of the... I think there's now 3 books of the light novel. It's essentially... I mean, do you know the characters of Konosuba, or do I get to start
I watched
there?
episode 1.
You know the wizard? Megumin? You don't, because you only watched episode 1, but you should have heard it.
No.
So it
Probably heard
follows.
don't remember it.
It follows one of the main characters. It's the wizard of the party, and it's pretty much leading up to everything to her meeting the party, if that makes sense. The main party. So it's just an epilogue of Megumin, because Megumin was the most popular character of all of them. And here's Konosuba spoilers, so I'll let you walk away if you guys haven't fucking read the light novels, which you should go do because they're finished officially in English translation. I'll wait. Give you a second. It's the girl that ends up with the main character, so ultimately makes her the most popular sometimes, and by sometimes and most of the time. So that's why she got a spinoff. But it's okay. It's definitely not the greatest. It doesn't feel like Konosuba, which is probably why it's, not doing the greatest. It's only got a 7.6, but it's still pretty okay, if you ask me.
I just looked up Senran Kagura.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to download it.
Mm-hmm.
80 gigabytes.
Mm-hmm. The game or the anime?
The anime.
That's probably all of the anime. Like,
yeah, it's,
all of the spin-offs, too.
Senran Kagura complete series, plus OVAs, plus Tri-Audio, plus MKV, 1080p Blu-ray rips with multiple subtitle, 12-track.
Yep.
Who's messaging me? So, anime's popping off. Video games are looking pretty good for the upcoming. As of right now, there's just too damn much to play.
Very true, very true. Cyberpunk, Phantom Liberty.
Oh, Phantom Liberty looks so good.
Which looks like they're changing Cyberpunk completely, which is fantastic.
Yeah, a lot of changes to Cyberpunk are coming. I haven't looked a whole lot into Phantom Liberty. I didn't even watch the trailer yet that they had at Games Fest or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched one of the guys I can't remember which one it was, but one of the guys I watched, he had hands on apparently, and he was talking about it. And he says it's amazing. Like it's completely different. He's just the tone of his voice just sold me on it. He just sounded so excited. So I'm pretty hyped myself. But that said, kind of in the dark about it. I want to look up the trailer, but I also kind of stood away from it.
It doesn't say anything. I mean, in reality, not really. No.
I don't want to watch this because it's. If you go back, if you play Cyberpunk and you go back and watch the trailer, you're like, they gave away a lot, and I kind of knew that too.
This one, in my opinion, doesn't give away too much. It doesn't really show too much. It just, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah.
Let's pull this up.
You can see if it does, but to me, it doesn't really give away too much, and maybe that'll change once the game comes out and I play it. But no clue. Yeah.
Okay, well, I already am not watching this trailer. 15 seconds into that trailer, and they're already hitting me with some hard spoilers.
I wouldn't call it hard spoilers, but okay.
Well, not hard spoilers, but they're clearly that DLC is going to take place either at the post game or it's going to take place very near the end of the game.
Oh, I would say it's post game easily. Yeah, it's probably going to tell you that there's a canon ending to fucking Cyberpunk.
Because the first 10 seconds of that trailer, the character sounds exactly like they do at the end of the game.
Yep.
Depressed, like they know they're dying, the world's over, and it's like, I mean,
it sounds like right at the beginning of.
Yeah, don't tell me. I want to know what's going to happen.
Oh, see, I don't consider that a spoiler, but that's fine. I just assume all DLCs are post-game shit, but then they turn out to not be, and it pisses me off, but that's fine.
Yeah, you know how they are about that.
Yeah. So that's anime, that's Cyberpunk. I don't know. There's not much else to talk about.
Not much to talk about.
No. And we're old men now,
Old men.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. I can't say anything. I'm almost 30.
Yeah, we're fucking up there in age.
Imagine being ancient, dude. SMH.
True.
Mm-hmm. Imagine making it through your 20s without dying.
I haven't done it yet.
Be me when I first met Xander. Xander being 23. Yeah, I will live for another 2 years.
I mean, true, he's been saying that for 6 years. You're not
I don't
wrong.
know how I've made it this far, dude. Do
you know how, Xander?
Wow.
The power of friendship. Because real life is anime. Don't you know?
I don't know about any of these statements. What I do know is I just launched this game to set up the settings, and I realize now that I shouldn't have launched this game to set up the settings.
Why is that?
There's just too much happening in front of my face.
Interesting.
Battle bit.
Mm-hmm.
How do I make this go away?
Yeah, by the way, that was on top selling.
Well, yeah, do you see YouTube? This game is popping off.
Yeah.
Um,
It's ridiculous, actually, though.
I mean, it's pretty ridiculous.
I'm sorry?
What?
I'm just having troubles, I guess.
Do we need to talk about those troubles?
No.
Do I need to
I'm
get my
sure
clipboard and my glasses and my recliner?
I mean, I could use probably a clipboard right now, yeah. Don't use the mouse when you launch the game. Put that down as note number 1.
It's interesting. Never had any issues. Works on my machine.
Works on my machine. Hey, it's how I feel about Battlefield. Runs at 120 FPS, 60 fucking temperature. I don't know what people's problems are. Works on my machine.
100% CPU usage bugs me. I don't like it.
100% CPU usage? I could make a program that runs you at 100% CPU usage, and you could run it at 20 Celsius. 100% usage just means reservation. You're just reserving it.
No,
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like change. I don't like it.
Big number bad.
Big number bad.
Listen, I locked that shit at 60, Xander, and guess what? I'm at 40% CPU usage.
Oh, I almost made it. Fuck.
BattleBit, I sneeze, my computer's like, doesn't even know it's on. Boom. Just fine.
I'll let you know when I can get BattleBit to launch.
Wow.
Yeah, I had that issue too. Give it a couple more times.
So every time I left click, it exits the game.
Yeah, give it a second. You have to launch it like 2 more times, then you'll be fine, probably.
Just like how I like my games to work, not launching. I mean, side note, let's see. Well, we got like, I don't know, 10 minutes left, 20 minutes left. I don't know. We're hitting the hour mark.
Yeah, well, you got to, yeah. How long is your environmental fact going to be? Because normally that can fucking derail us pretty hard.
Yeah, we'll start that at, we've still got 40 minutes. So you can cover 20 minutes out of an environmental fact.
What I was going to say is we could talk about life shit, because y'all motherfuckers been gone for like a month and a half. And by y'all, I mean us, all of us, you know?
Clear your throat out, bro. I can hear it.
You know, then silent. Absolute silent. Absolute maniac.
Talks, I can make sure.
Absolutely fucking silent.
What I've been doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Dying. Father's Day happens.
Yeah, that was fun. Oh, good point.
Mother's birthday and Nana's birthday, and there's just been so many dinners.
Hey, free food's good though, right?
True. Other than that, it's just the American dream. Am I right, guys?
You have dreams?
No, I have wants though.
I have wants too, and some would call them needs. I call it a want. I want to eat food once every other day.
You can go 2 weeks without food.
I know.
You can go 3 days without water.
I'm starting to find out that eating food once every 2 days is not affordable. I need to ration better.
What?
I'll order you rice off Amazon, don't?
No, I've got enough rice, Doc. We've got rice, dude. We've got rice.
You get a lot of soy sauce too?
I got bro. Don't give me fucking. So he bought me a bottle of soy sauce, and I left it at my fucking mom's.
Well, go back there.
Dumb shit.
I know. I need to go.
No,
back
he'll be gone for a week.
No, I'll probably run up there.
He'll do what he does always. We'll have the podcast, and he'll run away to his mama's because we got bullied too hard.
How was that Carolina Reaper?
So the first thing I did is I took one out and I chopped it in half, and I just threw it in my mouth and ate it. It was delicious. It was fucking amazing, dude. It was the spiciest thing I've ever had in my life. It was tremendous. Anybody who likes spicy food, I highly recommend eating a fresh Carolina Prepper that's dried out, like just straight.
I had no clue he brought
really
Carolina Reapas.
Yeah. Vox got a jar of Carolina
How
Reapers.
many times can we fucking mispronounce this pepper in under 30 seconds? Because between the two of you, we could be in the Guinness Book of World Records.
That's why we start out with the tongue twisters. Here.
Someone's got to have a gimmick, okay, Alex? All right, and mine's not speaking well, okay? It's fun. It's cool. It's quirky, you know?
No.
It's the one thing I got going for me. All right, people have called me cute because of it. I'll stick with it. And need I say more?
No.
Thank you. Court dismissed. Get the fuck out of here. If I had the metal bar sound, I'd use it.
You don't?
I don't have nitro.
Oh. You looking for this?
Thank you. I'm sure that woke
That's
Vox
so
up.
loud. Yeah, the man who bought the Carolina Reapers was harassing with it.
I didn't know you had it. That's good though. I'm glad it wasn't too spicy.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, I would not recommend it to the average person. Absolutely not. To people who truly enjoy spicy food, who can handle spicy food, absolutely, I recommend trying it. It's delicious. I threw the other half in a giant bowl of rice, which I then mixed in some hot sauce with it to kind of like parallel it out. Turned out really good. I'm gonna have my mom take 2 Reapers and turn them into a paste, and I'm gonna have a Reaper make a burger. I'm gonna apply the entire paste to the bun and make it like a Reaper burger. My mom is taking one of the Reapers out to the club, and there's a guy out there named Biscuit. He is like 380 pounds. He's like 6'5". He's a ridiculously large person. Anyway, he loves hot food, and me and him have talked about hot foods before. So he gave me Doritos that were, I believe, Thigh Reaper Doritos or whatever, which is also the hottest thing I'd had prior to these Carolina Reapers. I had Thigh Reaper hot sauce, which was tremendously amazing. I loved it. Very delicious. In terms of spiciness. In terms of taste, it's god-awful. I don't know. I mean, I liked it, but taste-wise, I've been told the taste is awful. It's just good for spiciness. The most interesting thing about the Carolina Reapers, though, is it's not like normal hot things. So normal hot peppers or hot sauces or whatever, you can smell them or put them up to your face, and like you maybe have a tear, or you might be able to go, oh my god, that's spicy. You don't get that with the Reapers. There's no spiciness to the smell. It's just an interesting pepper of a smell. I had my mom smell it, and she really, really enjoyed the smell.
I have had them. There's no flavor. It's just pain. I have no fucking idea what you're talking about here.
I'm talking about for Thigh Reaper. For the Carolina Reaper, you're right. There's not a lot of flavor to
okay.
it.
That shit just
dried,
hurts.
yeah, a dried pepper Carolina Reaper, like straight up the pepper, very little in terms of taste. The only thing you're really tasting is the skin. Maybe you'll taste the seeds a little bit, but realistically, it's just 99%. It's just 99% spice.
That's the only spice I've ever had that's genuinely, like, physically hurt. We had some kid in my high school, because David used to grow them, who ate one whole and then had to puke because of it. Those things suck, Xander. That's all I gotta say about the matter.
I don't understand.
Okay, cool. All right.
All right, well, time to go to the Steam forums. I need DX commands. I don't understand.
You know, Alex, I can't believe he's having issue with Battle Bit Remastered.
I know. We all can't be perfect. Laughs in launching it 3 times to get it to work.
I launched the first thing. It was fine.
Yeah, new hardware, though. We're on old 9th gen hardware.
That's true. That's true. Good point. I can't remember if we had a podcast or not, but I have a new computer besides the graphics card and the keyboard and the monitors and the cables for the most part, besides the cables inside the computer, but that's besides the point, and a couple other things, but that's fine. Let's see. What else happened in my life? Gamer Sups. I'm getting a 4th cup here soon. Got the Resident Evil 4 edition of G Fuel's cup thingy, so that'll be fun. When that eventually arrives sometime in July, because they're fucking bastards and don't release it until July. Mom got a dog, so I've been dealing with that. So that's been interesting. Yeah, not much in the way of clone. You know, yard work, because it's summertime.
Lapsing condo life, no yard work.
Did do an escape room for Father's Day, though. So that was fun. That was probably the most fun I've had in like a month and a half. No offense to you, too.
If it was offensive, my mind apparently just tuned it out.
I mean, true, I guess you do say more heinous shit on a day-to-day basis.
Always. That's where all the fun conversations are.
Boring conversation anyways.
what is our environmental fact?
Is that what you want me to do now?
We ending this early?
Unless anybody else has anything that they need to talk about. Xander, list?
No, I ran through the list pretty fast. That's about everything. Now you've got me distracted with tech support for myself on trying to fix
Wait.
this.
Did you see, by the way, when Box over the IGN Games showcase?
It
No,
was.
what?
He didn't watch it. It was a shit
Oh,
show.
God, it was horrible.
Well, it's
So
funny.
there's no E3, right? No E3 this year.
Or
So
ever again, because
IGN
it's gone.
Yeah, they had their PC games showcase that you streamed on both
Wait,
YouTube
I'm gonna be right
and
back.
Twitch. On the
Okay.
YouTube end of things, because apparently the Twitch end was just fine. The stream crashed about 9 to 12 times, somewhere in there. Our favorite part was in the new Warhammer RTS game. Right as the guy, gets on top of the hill, holds up his staff, he says, "For Sigmar," and then the stream crashed. Black screen right after that.
Huh.
And then they skipped over the Warhammer trailer on YouTube side of things, and then it came back up during the next one. And that happened a lot. But for the most part, there was nothing really like on IGN's game showcase that was super, super noteworthy. A lot of like 8-bit games, a lot of Metroidvania, a couple RTS. They did show some Stormgate though. I know you're looking forward to that one, aren't you?
Yeah, Stormgate looks really, really good. We haven't had a good RTS in a long time.
Yeah, they showed a couple things on it, like how some units can go through tree lines and others, if they're too big, can't, and then you have to take down the trees if you want the big units to go through and shit like that. So tree lines are no longer impenetrable walls of protection for your race.
Interesting.
That was really it. The IGN game showcase for at least the YouTube end was just astronomically shitty.
I love it. I need to screenshot this. This is the greatest thing
Okay, I'm back.
I've ever seen. We've done it. I have tech supported my way straight into hacking.
What did I come back to? Am I still doing the environmental facts? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
before that, I also forgot, as the handyman saga of Clone 595 continues. I had to wire a dryer, because Lois doesn't install shit. We also got a new washer and dryer, so that was nice. Nice one, Xander. The first thing I did also was say repair easy anti-cheat as well, Xander.
Okay.
Click the little button that, the other Steam launch option, but that's besides the point. Environmental facts. Well, this time it comes from a local place called NPR/OPB, even though, OPB is more local than NPR's, but, I'm assuming you both know what NPR is.
Yes.
Okay, if Xander knows it, Alex definitely knows it. Well,
Yes.
apparently, there's a new satellite that could help clean up air in America's most polluted neighborhoods, which is an environmental justice thing, because obviously, as I've talked about before, the impacts of climate change are not equally or, proportioned over different areas, right? Typically, the poorer areas tend to be worse off in terms of air pollution because they're next to factories and shit like that than the rich people, which are out in the countryside with their mansions, I mean, there's a pretty big gap there in terms of disparity of who feels the effects of climate change and overall pollution. But interestingly enough, it talks about how they figure this out and how they blah, 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 blah. But I've been trying to figure out how the satellite works, which I'm still kind of confused on. Because, of course, the first part of it is talking about how, air pollution sucks, blah, 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 blah. It's called Tempo, apparently, which is fantastic. 'Cause isn't that what Nami uses in One Piece?
What?
Tempo
With
a little staff, yeah.
Yep. Some moves, but yeah.
This Tempo satellite offers near continuous air pollution information about the entire county of whatever county they're doing. So, which is interesting. Again, no clue how it tracks this shit. I don't know how something in fucking space can track air quality down below. I'm gonna guess it goes by not the light, but probably just how clear the image is on the ground. Which is, again, interesting. I'll have to look more into it. But overall, it's apparently it's pretty accurate. They want to use it to reduce air pollution, and this is a huge one. Wildfires, it's a huge pretty issue. Obviously, what's going on right now, like with Canada's wildfires, which I think the recent rain stuff happening right now is putting them out, which is nice. But they're hoping to be able to accurately track this kind of thing, accurately have more. I don't know if you guys have ever had the air quality alerts. Text it to your phone or being told to you over the radio, things like that.
I had one because of the Canada fires.
Yeah. Let's see here. Who states this? Director of Climate and Health Institute at George Washington University. Okay. The slide is going to hover just over the United States and take snapshots of the air over the United States throughout the entire day. So there you go. And then it goes on to talk about the environmental justice stuff, about the air pollution disparities, which most people know about already. And the biggest reason why they're doing it is because, if you guys don't know, tracking air quality in even, let's say, a city, right? We're just talking about a city, is extremely labor intensive. I actually helped set up a couple of field stations that you actually have to use a lot of the time. It takes a lot of expensive equipment, for one, which if you're doing it in a city, obviously, both of us, or really all three of us living in about as great as cities is not, theft is huge. So, one, you have to make sure they're properly protected, which is also more data, or not data, but more cost in there, which creates more labor for that, which also increases cost, which is the problem here. But every so often, you have to go there and you have to grab the fucking results, right? I mean, you can technically set up nowadays with mobile data, and you can have that sent directly to your whatever lab you're doing and blah, 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 blah. But you still have to go there, and let's say, like with a BAM, I think 3500 machine, I can't remember what specific model I used, but with a BAM machine, it takes tape. A lot of these things use tape to determine that, and you have to go out there and you have to replace the tape because the tape gets filled up with particulate matter, and that's how it, determines what the ppm is. So this way, it would reduce labor and actually be able to fucking get accurate, detailed information. So that would be good. Let's open up their stupid little website about tempo.edu. It looks like it's oh, thank God. It actually went to a different fucking site. Thank Christ. So pollution can be tracked on suburban. It uses lambdas, which means it must be a spectrometer. Yep. Is a grading spectrometer sensitive to visible and ultraviolet wavelengths of lights? Yeah, so it literally just determines how easy can it hit the light on the ground and shit like that. Okay, cool. So it literally just scans from east to west each and every hour of the day by measuring sunlight reflected and scattered from the Earth's surface and atmosphere back to the instrument sectors or detectors.
While you were doing that, I went to this website called airnow.gov, and I typed in my zip code to see what mine is, and apparently my air quality is garbanzo.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, how bad?
Moderate. Well, I thought I would be like on par or worse than you, but apparently Portland, Oregon, cream of the crop air quality.
Oh, it's
where
pretty
I
good,
live,
yeah.
My air quality, hazarding on orange.
No, we strive for air quality around these parts, specifically because of that disparity of environmental justice. We're really, really big on that, so we make sure all the corporations around here and factories don't fuck up the air. Yeah, interesting. So it literally is just a spectrometer. That's actually a pretty ingenious way of doing it. My only issue with that is, well, I guess if there's a storm that happens, I guess you're not really caring about the ppm. I wonder how a storm or clouds would affect it.
I wouldn't be able to read at that exact moment, right?
That's what I'm thinking. I'd have to look into it more.
Yeah, like thick clouds, like a downpour of rain. Like I don't think a satellite's gonna be able to read what's going on the ground.
Publications. What do we got here on publications? Oh, Harvard. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, what is this? Oh my lord, there's a bunch of shit. Okay. Number of papers. There's a bunch here. Okay, what if I click on this? Yes, obviously. Yep. Just like true scientific papers. Cool. I cannot. Well, I'm kind of curious now. Tempo instrument clouds. We look up Control F. Clouds. Signal noise requirements met at solar zenith angles less than 50 degrees for all products, and at angles up to 70% or 78 degrees for NO2 clouds and aerosols. I am not quite sure what that means. Gonna be real with you. Our capabilities are. We'll look up clouds. Search. What do we get? Search. What do we get? Search. What do we get? Cool. The website's shit.
The website's shit.
Or the website's down. Do you ever just think? No. Okay, here we go. Cool. We'll mute that. I want to know how it deals with clouds. I would love to read the scientific journals, except for they don't, exist to me because I would have to pay for them because that's how scientific journals are. But yeah. Well, we'll stop there for that one. And side note to that is, remember that statement that Shell was going to go net zero?
Yeah.
What?
Well, the joke's on you. They're planning on increasing their fossil fuel production. So that's a nice little. What do you
Sounds
mean by,
about right.
what do you mean by what does that mean?
Does that mean they gave up on what they were saying? Like,
Oh, it just means they lied. Yeah. I mean,
Okay, they're
it's
back-
Shell.
okay, right.
Of course they lied. No one fucking believed them
that's
for
what
a second.
that's what I thought it sounded like. They're backtracking
Yeah.
what they said, but I didn't quite understand. Okay.
Yeah, no, they're just not doing what they said. Hello, dog. Oh, here we go. All right, we've Googled it. Oh, it's a PDF. Huge, big. Can't wait to clear my cookies after this. Sorry, it's getting quite technical. So it looks like they kind of just sliced that data out. Potentially. Because they're talking about how a lot of the cloud patterns are the same. Throughout the different, areas of the planet. So they just recognize those. They just use a different data sheet or different thing there, and it's pretty much, or model, I should say, different cloud model, and just compare it to what they're seeing there, and then they pretty much cut that data out, I think, is what we're looking for. It's calibration-wise. That's
Using technology to predict off the template.
Well, it's not so much that. It's so much seeing cloud time stuff real time, or like I said, predicting. Seeing cloud data real time, comparing that to the pattern that we're getting on the tempo thingy, and seeing if those line up. And if they do, just ignore that data, it looks like. If that makes sense. But I don't have to get super technical about it. This is cool, though. This is a neat little thing that I found out that I will mess with more. I might actually have to contact them, and if I can, let's bookmark this not secure website. That was cool. Interesting. Not often I can do this. What's new? That's great. Can I talk? Can I contact you about shit? Don't care. Who cares? Contact NASA about it. Looks like. Apparently, it's been copyrighted 2015, so it's been in the works for a while. That's cool, though. Okay. Well, with that, there's the news. We learned something new today. Anything you guys want to add?
How's it?
Sorry, I got locked in tech support circle.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll end the stream then. Y'all have a great time, and thanks for coming back. We're not dead.
And we will see y'all
Yeah.
next week.
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks? We're not doing next week? I thought we were doing week after week because we missed so many.
See you 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now. All
There you go.
right.
Back on schedule.
And with that, see you next time. And again, for those who watch this, which currently we've had a peak viewership of 0. But that doesn't matter because we're on YouTube and we don't care about that.
Haha himself catch